Good morning, beautiful souls. Today, I want to speak to you about something that is often overlooked yet holds the power to completely transform your life, the way you start your morning. You see, the first moments of your day are like the first brushstrokes on a blank canvas. They set the tone, the energy, and the trajectory for everything that follows. If you wake up in a state of worry, fear, or fatigue, that energy permeates your entire day. But if you rise intentionally with purpose and prayer, you are planting seeds of success, favor, and divine alignment. Imagine for a moment waking up and feeling a surge of energy that is not just physical, but spiritual, a deep knowing that today is a day filled with possibility. The sun rises, spilling golden light across your room, and in that light, there is hope, there is promise, there is power. That power is not something external, it is within you waiting to be activated. And how do we activate it? Through morning prayer, intentional blessings, and spoken declarations over our lives. I want you to think about the mornings in your own life. How often have you rushed out of bed, immediately bombarded by emails, messages, responsibilities, and noise without taking even a moment to connect with the source of your strength? Too often, we let our mornings be stolen by the chaos of the world before we even claim our day. But when you take intentional control of your first moments, you are no longer passive, you become a force. You are the one who declares how your day will unfold, who decides what energy you carry, and who sets the course for your life's momentum. I remember a season in my own life when I was struggling. Opportunities seemed scarce, challenges felt endless, and every day felt like I was fighting upstream. But one morning, I decided to pause. I didn't reach for my phone. I didn't check my emails. I simply bowed my head and spoke directly to the divine. I declared blessings over my life, my family, my work, and even the unseen obstacles that threatened to slow me down. And something remarkable happened. Doors I didn't even know were closed began to open. Situations I thought were stuck began to shift. And I realized in that moment that the way you begin your morning literally activates the course of your life. Morning alignment is not just about feeling good. It is about taking authority over your day, your circumstances, and your destiny. It is about speaking life into your challenges before they have a chance to take root. It is about walking into your day with the confidence that you are guided, protected, and positioned for success. When you rise and pray with intentionality, you are not merely performing a ritual, you are commanding your day, setting the stage for miracles, and inviting divine favor to manifest in every area of your life. So today, I want you to see your morning not as just another routine, but as the most powerful opportunity you have. It is a sacred window of time where you can realign your mind, body, and spirit, where you can speak blessings over yourself, over your family, over your work, and over your life. When you activate your day with prayer, you are creating momentum that propels you forward even before the world wakes up to your greatness. The mornings you choose to rise with purpose and prayer are the mornings that shift your life. They are the launch pads for your breakthroughs, the soil in which your prosperity grows, and the foundation on which your dreams are built. Each sunrise is an invitation to step into power, into alignment, and into favor. Do not let another morning pass by without claiming it. Do not allow the first moments of your day to be stolen by stress, doubt, or fear. Instead, rise intentionally, speak with authority, and activate the blessings that are waiting for you. Prayer is not just a routine, it is a deliberate act of activation. It is the invisible power that shifts the course of your day, your circumstances, and ultimately your life. Many people think of prayer as simply asking for help or guidance, but true prayer is far more than that. It is a declaration, a command, a spoken word that aligns your spirit with the source of all favor, all opportunity, and all breakthrough. When you pray intentionally in the morning, you are not merely talking, you are activating destiny. I want you to picture this: your life is like a river. Some days the water flows freely and effortlessly. Other days, obstacles, rocks, and debris threaten to block your path. Now imagine standing on the riverbank with the authority to move those obstacles, to smooth the water's flow, and to redirect the current in your favor. That is exactly what prayer does. Every word you speak, every declaration of blessing over your life, acts like a force of alignment that rearranges the elements of your world to support your purpose. I remember waking up one morning feeling overwhelmed, unsure how I would navigate the challenges ahead. Bills were due, deadlines were pressing, and I was exhausted. But instead of giving into the panic, I chose to pray. I declared with confidence that doors would open where there seemed to be walls. I spoke blessings over my finances, my relationships, and my health. I visualized the obstacles dissolving before me, and by the time I stepped out of my home, I noticed subtle shifts. Calls came through, solutions appeared, and opportunities that had seemed impossible began to materialize. That is the power of activating your day through prayer. It is not passive. It is intentional movement in the spiritual realm that produces tangible results in the physical world. Prayer is also a way to set the tone for your mind and emotions. When you speak blessings and declare favor over your day, you are intentionally planting seeds of positivity, confidence, and resilience. These seeds grow into actions, decisions, and encounters that bring prosperity and alignment. You are no longer reacting to circumstances. You are creating the atmosphere in which your day unfolds. And let me tell you, activation through prayer is not limited to personal gain. When you pray over your family, your work, and your community, you become a conduit for blessing, drawing divine favor not only to yourself, but to everyone around you. It is a ripple effect. One morning of intentional prayer can influence outcomes that last for days, weeks, or even months. It is a multiplier of potential and a beacon of light in a world that desperately needs guidance and hope. So I urge you to make your morning prayer more than a ritual. Speak boldly. Declare victory over challenges before they even appear. Align yourself with divine purpose and favor. Know that when you activate your day with prayer, you are stepping into power, alignment, and destiny. You are no longer a bystander in your own life. You are an intentional creator, a force of transformation, and a magnet for blessings that are waiting to manifest. Your morning is your launch pad. Your words are your instruments of power. Your prayer is the activation switch that sets everything into motion. When you rise and speak, you are not asking for life. You are commanding it, shaping it, and stepping into it fully prepared to receive all that has been prepared for you. Intentional blessings are more than hopeful thoughts. They are spoken declarations that shape reality. When you rise in the morning and deliberately speak life over your day, your circumstances, and your destiny, you are planting seeds in fertile spiritual soil. Each word you declare is like a spark of light, illuminating the path before you and attracting favor that you cannot see yet, but that is already moving toward you. The power of your voice combined with intentionality is one of the most potent tools you possess. It is capable of shifting mountains, opening doors, and changing the very atmosphere around you. Think about the mornings when you have spoken blessings over your day, perhaps silently, perhaps aloud. Did you notice how your mood shifted, how your perspective changed, and how opportunities seem to present themselves more readily? That is the effect of intentional blessings. It is not coincidence. It is cause and effect in the spiritual realm manifesting in the physical world. When you declare that your day will be filled with favor, that prosperity will follow your footsteps, and that your relationships will thrive. You are creating a blueprint for your life to follow. I remember one morning vividly, I had a critical meeting, one that could determine the direction of a major project I was working on. As I prepared, I took a moment to pray, not just any prayer, but a prayer of intentional blessing. I spoke over the meeting, over the people I would encounter, and over the outcome itself. I declared clarity favor, and divine guidance. When I entered that room, everything unfolded seamlessly. Conversations were productive, ideas were received with enthusiasm, and doors opened in ways I could not have orchestrated on my own. That is the power of speaking blessings intentionally. It aligns circumstances to match the vision you hold in your spirit. Intentional blessings are also a form of spiritual resilience. They prepare you to face challenges with confidence rather than fear. When obstacles arise, as they inevitably will, the declarations you have already spoken act as a shield, keeping you grounded in faith and anchored in purpose. By the time the challenge comes, you are already positioned to respond with wisdom, grace, and strength. You have preempted the struggle with your words, and in doing so, you have set the stage for victory before the battle even begins. And blessings are not limited to material gain. They affect your emotional state, your relationships, your mental clarity, and your spiritual growth. When you speak blessings intentionally, you are creating an environment where abundance, favor, and divine guidance can flow freely. You are telling the universe, I am ready, I am aligned, I am prepared to receive all that is meant for me. And when you speak these truths, even if you do not see immediate results, trust that forces beyond your understanding are already working on your behalf. So I challenge you today, rise each morning with intention. Speak blessings over your life like you mean it. Declare that today will be a day of breakthrough, of favor, of alignment with your purpose. Let your words be the instruments that set your destiny in motion, the keys that unlock doors that were previously closed, and the light that guides your steps toward prosperity. When you activate blessings intentionally, you are not waiting for life to happen. You are commanding it to unfold in alignment with your highest good. Your morning words are not idle. They are seeds of transformation. They are the whispers that echo into eternity, shaping the opportunities, relationships, and successes that are coming your way. Do not underestimate the authority you hold in your voice. Speak boldly, declare with confidence, and watch as the blessings you sow today blossom into the reality you have been waiting for. Every day, challenges will come. That is inevitable. Life has a way of testing our resolve, presenting obstacles that seem larger than our strength, situations that feel heavier than our capacity to carry. But here's the truth. Morning prayer allows you to overcome obstacles before they even appear. When you rise with intentionality and declare blessings over your day, you are creating a protective shield around your life, a spiritual blueprint that positions you above the turbulence and aligns circumstances to work in your favor. You are no longer at the mercy of events. You are the commander of your day, the architect of your destiny. I remember a time when I was facing a particularly difficult season. Opportunities were scarce, setbacks were frequent, and discouragement lurked at every corner. It would have been easy to succumb to fear, to doubt, to the weight of uncertainty. But I made a decision that morning, as I had many mornings before, to speak life over my circumstances. I prayed with authority, declaring that every challenge would be turned into a stepping stone, that every setback would be transformed into a setup for success, and that divine favor would precede me in all I did. That day, situations that had appeared insurmountable began to shift. Problems that seemed permanent dissolved. Doors I thought were closed swung wide open. I realized in that moment that morning prayer is not just about asking for help. It is about preempting challenges, neutralizing resistance, and activating breakthrough before the world even starts moving against you. When you pray intentionally in the morning, you are setting the spiritual stage for your day. You are sending a signal to the universe and to every unseen force that governs circumstances. Today, I will walk in alignment with purpose. Today, I will not be defeated. Today, prosperity, favor, and success are my portion. Obstacles may still appear, but their impact is minimized because you have already positioned yourself ahead of them. You move with confidence, clarity, and resilience, knowing that your morning declarations have prepared the way for victory. Think of prayer as a form of strategic spiritual warfare. Before you even face a challenge, you have already declared your authority over it. You have spoken life into solutions, favor into relationships, guidance into decisions, and protection into every step. That is the difference between someone who drifts through life reacting to circumstances and someone who rises each morning intentionally, shaping their day with power, wisdom, and divine alignment. And here is the most important part. Preemptive prayer does not just protect you from hardship, it transforms obstacles into opportunities. The very things that could have delayed you, discouraged you, or defeated you become the catalysts for growth, breakthrough, and success. You begin to see challenges not as threats, but as invitations to demonstrate faith, resilience, and the authority you hold as a child of the Most High. So I challenge you, do not wait for problems to arise. Do not wait until the storm hits to cry out for help. Rise early, speak with authority, and declare that no obstacle, no setback, no force of opposition can derail the plan for your life. Let your morning prayer be the sword that cuts through every hindrance, the shield that guards your purpose, and the compass that guides your steps toward breakthrough. When you activate your day with intentional prayer, you are not just surviving, you are thriving, turning challenges into milestones, and stepping into your destiny with confidence and power. Every morning is an invitation, a sacred opportunity to live in purpose and step into abundance. The way you begin your day sets the trajectory for not only your hours, but your life. When you rise intentionally, speak blessings, and activate your prayers, you are aligning yourself with the very flow of divine abundance. You are no longer reacting to life. You are commanding it, shaping it, and walking fully into the destiny that has been prepared for you. I want you to picture yourself standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves represent opportunities, breakthroughs, and possibilities that stretch beyond what you can see. Now imagine that every word you speak in the morning, every prayer you declare, is like throwing a stone into that ocean. Each stone creates ripples, ripples that expand, collide, and grow into currents of favor that carry you forward toward your purpose. That is the power of living in alignment with intentional morning prayer. It is the force that transforms your day from ordinary to extraordinary, from stagnant to dynamic, from waiting to receiving. I remember a season when I felt stagnant in my career and my personal life. I was working hard, yet the breakthroughs I longed for seemed delayed. One morning, instead of focusing on the struggle, I rose early, prayed with intentionality, and declared that prosperity, favor, and clarity would flow into every area of my life. I spoke boldly over my relationships, my finances, my decisions, and even the unseen forces working in my environment. That day, doors began to open, connections presented themselves, and a wave of opportunities arrived that I could never have orchestrated on my own. I realized then that purpose and abundance are not found by chance, they are activated by choice. Abundance is not just financial, it is the richness of life, the fullness of relationships, the clarity of mind, the peace of spirit, and the alignment of your goals with divine purpose. When you pray intentionally in the morning, you are declaring that you are ready to receive it all. You are saying, "Whoa, I'll walk in my calling. I will step into favor. I will thrive in every area of my life." And the universe, in alignment with the Creator, begins to respond. Opportunities arise, solutions appear, and blessings multiply, often in ways you could never have anticipated. Living in purpose and abundance also requires confidence and boldness. Morning prayer is the foundation for that boldness. When you rise and activate your day with intentional words, you are telling yourself and the world, I am not here to drift. I am not here to settle. I am here to thrive, to excel, and to manifest the life that has been prepared for me. That declaration sets your mind, body, and spirit into motion, creating momentum that carries you through challenges, keeps you focused on your goals and positions you to walk fully in your destiny. So I challenge you, make each morning a deliberate act of alignment. Speak blessings over your life. Declare favor, prosperity, and success. Position yourself in the flow of divine abundance. Let your morning prayer not only guide your day, but launch you into a life of purpose, fulfillment, and unstoppable growth. Each sunrise is a new opportunity to live intentionally, to walk boldly, and to embrace the abundance that is already yours. The day you choose to activate your morning prayer with purpose, authority, and faith is the day everything begins to shift. That is the day you stop waiting for life to happen and start commanding it to unfold in alignment with your highest good. Step into your mornings with intentionality, step into your life with confidence, and step fully into the abundance and purpose that has always been yours. Every morning holds a sacred opportunity to reset, realign, and reclaim your power. Too often, we allow yesterday's failures, yesterday's disappointments, and yesterday's worries to creep into our new day. But the truth is that each sunrise is a blank page, a fresh canvas, and a divine invitation to step into your highest potential. When you rise intentionally and activate your morning prayer, you are making a conscious choice to leave behind what no longer serves you and to embrace the abundance, favor, and purpose that are waiting for you. I want you to imagine your life as a garden. Every thought, every word, and every action is a seed planted in that soil. If you neglect your garden or fill it with weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, your harvest will be limited. But when you intentionally sow seeds of blessings, faith, and gratitude each morning, you create fertile ground for prosperity, opportunities, and breakthroughs to flourish. Morning prayer is the act of planting those seeds with purpose and authority. It is a deliberate declaration that your day and your life will produce a harvest aligned with God's plan for you. There was a time when I felt overwhelmed by the demands of life. I would wake up feeling burdened by responsibilities and consumed by worry. But one morning, I made a decision to approach the day differently. I paused, I breathed, and I prayed with intention. I spoke blessings over my work, my relationships, my finances, and my decisions. I visualized success, favor, and abundance unfolding before me. That day, the energy shifted. Challenges that had seemed insurmountable became manageable. Opportunities I hadn't even anticipated presented themselves. I realized then that morning prayer is not just about asking, it is about commanding alignment and creating momentum before the world even begins to test you. Activation through morning prayer is also about claiming your authority. You are not a passive observer of life. You are an active participant with the power to shape your destiny. Each prayer you speak, each blessing you declare is a statement of authority over your circumstances. It is a bold affirmation that you will not be defined by limitations, that you will not be controlled by fear, and that you are aligned with a greater plan that is orchestrating your success. This is not wishful thinking. It is deliberate spiritual action that moves the unseen forces in your favor. And let us not forget the power of gratitude as an activator. When you rise in the morning and give thanks for the breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, the people who love you, and the opportunities before you, you are opening the door for more blessings to flow. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a declaration that says, I recognize the abundance already present, and I am ready to receive more. It shifts your energy, your mindset, and your environment, creating space for prosperity and favor to manifest in ways you may never have imagined. So I challenge you, do not allow your mornings to pass unconsciously. Do not rise and immediately surrender your day to chaos, distraction, or doubt. Instead, claim your day with intention, speak blessings over your life with authority, and set in motion the forces of favor, prosperity, and purpose. Every morning is a new opportunity to step fully into your identity, to activate your destiny, and to walk boldly into the life you were created to live. Your mornings are sacred, your words are powerful, and your life is waiting for you to rise and claim it with faith, confidence, and unwavering determination. Sustaining morning blessings is not just a habit, it is a discipline that shapes your life. It is the commitment to rise each day with purpose, to speak intentionally, and to declare victory over circumstances before they even have a chance to manifest. Too often, we allow the business of life, distractions, or even fatigue to steal our mornings, and with them, the power to shape our day. But when you choose to remain consistent, when you make morning prayer non negotiable, you create a rhythm of alignment, prosperity, and favor that carries you beyond temporary setbacks and positions you for lasting success. I want you to imagine a river flowing. The current represents the momentum of your life. When you rise intentionally and activate your prayers each morning, you are throwing a powerful stone into that river, creating ripples that move endlessly downstream. Each day you maintain that practice. Each blessing you speak strengthens the current, carrying you further toward your purpose and your destiny. It is consistency coupled with intentionality that multiplies your impact and ensures that favor and breakthrough are not occasional, but habitual. There was a period in my life when the results I desired seemed slow to appear. Opportunities were few, challenges were many, and doubt whispered that perhaps my efforts were in vain. But I refused to allow discouragement to dictate my days. I committed to rising each morning with intentional prayer, speaking blessings over my life, my family, my work, and my relationships. Gradually, the ripples of those consistent declarations became waves of transformation. Doors opened, opportunities multiplied, and circumstances that had seemed impossible began to shift. I realized then that discipline in activating your morning prayers is the key to sustained alignment, growth, and divine favor. Morning blessings also train your mind and spirit to focus on abundance rather than lack. When you begin each day speaking words of life, declaring victory, and envisioning success, you are programming your inner world to recognize opportunities, take decisive action, and persevere through challenges. You are no longer reacting to scarcity or fear. You are responding from a place of empowerment and purpose. The cumulative effect of this daily practice cannot be overstated. Each intentional morning builds upon the last, creating momentum that propels you forward in ways that are both seen and unseen. And let us not forget the ripple effect beyond yourself. When you consistently bless your family, your community, your workplace, and even your environment, you are creating a network of favor and positivity that touches lives beyond your immediate perception. Your intentional prayers set off a chain reaction, bringing alignment, hope, and prosperity to others as well. Morning blessings are not selfish, they are catalytic, transformational, and generative. So I challenge you, commit to the discipline of your mornings. Make your prayers intentional, your declarations bold, and your blessings consistent. Allow each sunrise to become a sacred opportunity to align with your purpose, activate favor, and walk in abundance. The discipline of morning blessings is the bridge between where you are today and the life you were created to live. When you rise with intentionality and faith each morning, you are not only preparing for success, you are creating it, multiplying it, and sustaining it in every area of your life.